on the main stage. But the problem I feel like with the main stage is that it didn't really allow for a lot of back and forth. And I feel like everyone's got questions they really want answers to from top producers. And this format, I think, enables that to happen a little bit more. So, you know, this is not one of these ultra structured formats. This is, if you've got a question, raise your hand, I'll come by. I'll probably unpin this and give you my lavalier and you can ask your question. But one of the things we always do, come on in, there's seats here, there's seats in the back. When you're standing, it makes me nervous. I like to be the only one standing. The first thing we always do, because we just want to get it out of the way, is talk about tech stack. You know, what are you using? Are you using Arrive? Are you using HomeBot? Are you using Elo Ninja? Stuff like that. So let's real quickly just go down the line and just say your top 3 or 4 tech stack. You don't have to have 4, but go ahead, David.
I use Arrive as an LOS. I am not found a CRM that works for me just yet. I may end up just building one myself. So right now we use just a variation of like Google Sheets that are automated, as well as like Evernote for keeping track of things, and then I code stuff for us internally.
I use Arrive for LOS, and then for my database, I use RAD CRM. That's on the same platform as Elo Ninja. And then for tracking my pipeline, I was doing the Excel, you know, handwritten stuff, but I just shifted over to Trello. I actually hired somebody to code Trello with me. I wrote down everything that needs to happen, and it Arrive talks to it via Xavier.
I'm not that techie, but I use Arrive, which I love. I was using Elo Ninja, and I just think that for me, it's a little too robust. So I'm switching over to Bonzo. Everything else that I do, I use HomeBot. I just think that's a great tool to get out to the clients, where it's really, you don't have to think about it. It just goes out and the clients kind of reach out and it gives you all that information. And that's really what I use.
I use Arrive for LOS. I use Mortgage Coach for presentations to clients, and Follow Boss for CRM.
Great. And since CRM came up, we do have a CRM company here today. It came up, Elo Ninja. I'm going to give them a little bit of a plug. They are doing something unique. There's always a hesitancy to sign up for something. It's like, oh my God, I got $200 a month. That's a new thing. They are doing 3 months of Elo Ninja at $200 a month. After 3 months, as long as you attend their training, and there's a couple other hooks, you will get your money back if you decide it's not a match. And the reason I mention that is I think it's very timely. You know, rates crept down a little bit. Hopefully they'll creep down a little bit more. But if you're not in touch with your clients, there's some big bad companies that will be. And trust me, their CRMs will blow it out of the water. So I just wanted to give them that little plug. Whatever the CRM is, as long as it's being used and you're understanding how to use it, I think it's critical. Okay, go. Did you have something? Okay. Any tech stack questions? Arrive, Elo Ninja, anything? Or anyone want to share something maybe that they're using?
I'm just going to say I'm terrible with CRMs, but I did sign up for Elo Ninja, and Ravon is actually out there. It's really easy to go on and schedule a one-on-one session. So I've done like 3, and it's like I'm doing one every week with him, because I learn better by somebody like sharing a screen with me and going into my CRM and showing me how to actually use it.
Awesome.
So,
and you're saying a one-on-one with Elo Ninja to train you, not a one-on-one with your client.
No, with you to train me so that I'll actually use the damn thing.
That is step 1, sign up. Step 2, train how to use it. So what you're doing is so smart. And Elo Ninja does a weekly training. It's okay, Kakish. I don't own stock in Elo Ninja. Don't worry. No. Whatever the CRM is using it and training on it is critical. Okay. Question.
What does that actually do?
Mortgage coach, it puts four scenarios side by side. You can plug it in. It's the best of the best. It takes a little bit of learning curve to figure it out, but would be happy to share some with you.
And follow-up boss, which is, I thought, a real estate CRM, is that also a mortgage CRM?
It is built for realtors, but I haven't found anything more seamless than the smart lists inside of Follow Boss. And you can connect it to Arrive as well.
Nice. I was just gonna ask that question. If it doesn't connect with your LOS, 6-7.
I also use MBS Highway. I don't know if anybody else does.
Okay.
But I like that it reports every morning what it's going to, what the market's doing. They recommend if you should lock or you should float. It's a great tool to use when you're talking to your clients that, you subscribe to a service that provides the economic market. Because I'm no genius, but it will kind of give us, and I think that I've gotten a lot of value out of it. It does have a lot of tools that the mortgage coach has as well, where you can do the comparisons and that type of thing. So I do use that a lot. I
And
forgot
it's
that.
simpler, I think, than mortgage coach.
Pardon me?
It's simpler than mortgage
Oh,
coach.
is it? Okay.
I find it to be. I did that. I'm not tech either, so
Yeah.
this is easier for me.
And UWM has a partner perk for MBS.
UWM has a partner perk for what?
MBS Highway.
MBS Highway. Oh, to get a better price. Good heads up on that. And you were saying that mortgage coach is a little more complicated.
I find it to be
Got
more
it.
complicated, and my borrowers do too, but
Yeah.
I know when you know how to use it, you can really
Right.
do well with it, but I just.
And
it
that's probably the biggest point is, I agree with Kim about which platform is easier, but also the most important thing is using it, because you can tell people
Right.
who do use it are crushing, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to say, we get asked a lot about tech stack and what do you
Yeah.
use. And the problem is I do feel like a lot of LOs are maybe not where they want to be as far as in their production, and they're convinced that tools will take them there, and they don't.
Right.
A tool is not going to do anything to change your business. It's going to
Well-
maybe flavor it. A tool is seasoning.
Right.
Your business is the turkey. So I think that's probably what we should focus on instead of being like, oh, you
Right.
use this. The point is you can use anything. You can use a Google Sheet. You can use a
Right.
So would it be fair to say for the short amount of time that we have, maybe we talk about tech stacks later, talk about how we build business here?
Yeah.
And not,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm totally cool with that. And they'll be around, so we'll corner them, we'll buy them a drink.
So a question to the panel. What percentage of your business would you say comes from past clients or from realtor referrals, or maybe you do mailers, maybe you buy leads or whatever? How would you break down where your business is coming from and which has been the most fruitful, and maybe which one do you want to focus on this year and why? Sylvia.
So most of my business does come from realtor referrals and past clients, and that's something I focused on this year with my database. I got 1 full year of coaching. She does help me stay on track, and my database has helped me keep in touch with clients. For example, birthdays. It sends out a text, and I put a silly little jib jab video with myself dancing as a cake, because that's funny, right? Then it sends an email, and then it sends me a text saying, hey, call them. And then it actually also sends out to handwritten a note to actually write. I don't know if you guys have ever gone on that website, a handwritten birthday card to them. So that increased my refis. So when rates dropped, I sent my email blast out, and they just weren't hearing from me the first time. So that tech stuff, I think, is used to give me more time.
Yeah,
Right.
right. And that's where I wanted to disagree, respectfully disagree with David. The tech isn't going to solve all of the problems, but I think it can really enhance and streamline
That's what I
your business.
Issues I see people spending all their time researching tech.
Right.
Instead of just going out and getting business.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
It's a procrastination thing, it's
Right.
an excuse thing, I haven't
Right.
found the tool, I'm like,
I mean, David and I both got top.
David and I both got to the top 50, top 1% with Google Sheets. That was it.
Right. Right, but with the tech, not to focus
Yeah,
on
the
it,
tech-
could it double? Could that allow you to double your business?
Yeah, as soon as your business grows, so now I have 1,500, I have 1,500 people in my database. Okay, it helps me go, I have this time to call my database. These are the people I need to call. But if you're starting out, if you have less than 500 contacts, you can probably manage that easily on a Google Sheet. And then you could superpower your Google Sheet like Dave does.
Right. Yeah, but he's unique in that regard. No one's getting into coding their Google Sheet like he does.
Who wants to scale this year? Who wants to like 5x your business? 10x, cool. If I gave you 20 leads right now, what are you gonna do with them? All 20 of them? All those consults? You're gonna process all those apps?
Delegating that processing to someone else.
I just mean to say sometimes we're focusing on tech and not infrastructure, like all these things so that we could scale. I'm like, all right, cool, here's 20 leads right now. And then we're like, we can't handle all this. What are we like, okay. Let's focus on that. If the desire is to scale, do we have the, how do we scale this? How is our process? How quickly can I do a buyer call? Like I sit there and craft, I have a template that I go through and I'm like, that took too long. I'm timing myself on these calls. Ooh, it ended too abruptly. How do I bring it back in, yet still get it under 20 minutes? What can we ask? Like I'm talking about like, who cares about Google Sheet or whatever? Like if we want to scale, are we prepared for scaling? And I don't think tech can help. I just think sometimes we focus on the wrong things, and honestly, sometimes I think we do it because we know we need to lose weight, so we'd rather spend an hour looking at new sneakers that we'll use to run. Well, we may never run, right? Just like go out there and run in your old tennis shoes, put some miles on it, and then, cool, get some sneakers, it's gonna help. But I do think we use it to procrastinate. Maybe I'm jaded, but, you know.
That's a good point.
But, I mean, like this year I started using Trello to help myself and my assistant coordinate what's going on in the file. Things that have to be done. Was it disclosed? Was the appraisal ordered? Did you check to see if the inspection was set? You know, and just a communication with the realtor and everybody. It's automated. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not running around like a chicken with my head cut off. It's on the computer. I look, click, click, click. Okay, hey, you didn't do this. Get on it now. And then, so that's part of it. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I am a tech guy.
Yeah.
So just to like show all my cards, I do calendars. So I'll set up a keyboard shortcut on my phone. If a realtor connects me with the lead, I'm just going to type in a short phrase. It's going to auto-populate. It's going to send. Has a link. I'm going to fill out a questionnaire. Then we take that and put it into Evernote line by line. Then we go in and change the calendar event to alarm so that it will go off on all my devices to wake me up that I can call coming up. And then we go to a Google Sheet and say, yes, they booked a consult. I'm like, that's so much man hours. And so I built a bot to do all of that.
Right, but we're not building bots.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean to say, like,
Individuals.
when it's a problem, you will find a solution. Make it a problem.
Right.
It's so busy, you have an issue that can be solved.
But I think that's what, I feel like we're getting back to tech again, I'm sorry. I feel like what the tech can do. Yeah.
That type of stuff.
Okay, any questions that you've been, yeah, Rob?
So at the risk of sounding completely cliche, in order of hierarchy, like 1, 2, 3, the 3 most important things for a person who wants to produce a LOI. What are the first most, second, and third most? And then the bonus question is, at what point did you know you needed a team member?
Yeah.
And did you do it too late?
Sales cures all. 1, 2, 3, sales.
Just keep calling yourself.
You get sales, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm making a ton of money and I'm stressed. I didn't know. Sales cures all. Hey, if I had tech, I could remove these things, I had more time back to go more sell.
Right.
But I made more money. Like, I used to talk to LOs all the time, and they want to know, they want to talk about it, want to philosophize, like, just pick the phone, go around and just do the thing. Like, and they don't want to.
And let me add to that too. I think number one priority is for you to know what your offer is.
Yes.
To have a extremely strong offer. Alex Hormozy would say an offer so good you can't turn away from it. They feel stupid saying no. Do you have that belief in you and your business as a whole? Is it maybe a specific product? Once you feel that way, you feel bad for every single person that says no to you. You feel bad for the people that don't work with you. Because I genuinely feel that. I go, man, they need to work with me. Once you have that kind of passion and you have that offer structured and you have some purpose behind it, it's so much easier to pick up the phone, go call that person, and then just hit the reps and make those calls, talk to your borrowers, ask for referrals. All those things become much easier if you have extreme focus and clarity on what your offer is and you know that it's better than everybody else.
When I do consulting, oftentimes I'll ask LOs, why should someone work with you over someone else? And they don't have an answer for that. And I'm like, you need to have an answer for that you actually believe.
What's your answer?
Oh, I have my answer. Don't worry about mine. No, to what JP said, because if you know why people should work with you and you truly believe that, then, well, I'll say sometimes I'll ask the question like, are they better off working with you than someone else? And if so, like, they're better off working with me. Why? If that is the case, then you're not selling. You know, it's not like, hey, you're drowning. I have this float tube. Can I convince you why you should take this? And I'm going to just throw it to them. It will change your tone, the way you talk.
I just want to add something that JP mentioned on a panel a couple years ago that always stuck with me. His goal, I think it's still the case today, correct me if I'm wrong, his goal is to have 10 mortgage-related conversations every day. Simple, clean, 10 mortgage-related conversations. Not with a client in the pipeline, of course. It could be a past client, a prospective client, it could be a current realtor, a prospective realtor. 10 mortgage conversations. I love that.
I'd love to just give you guys something I've been working on, an offer that I'm making. So offer is in general you and your business, but then you can also have an offer that's specific to one specific thing. You guys here at C2, myself included, we are the best loan originators to solve the buy before you sell problem. It is a huge problem. And think about this. Real estate agents, what do they love? Deals, paychecks. They love paychecks, right? And guess what a buy before you sell is? 2 paychecks, right? Within a short amount of time. As a C2 LO, there's 3 ways we solve the buy before you sell program. The first is we have unique products that allow us to do deals that other LOs can't do. I had a client that was trying to buy a $3.4 million property. His LO was offering a bridge program that was going to cost him $90,000. We used an asset utilization program through Home Express. We did the same exact loan. We did it with a $20,000 lender credit to cover all his closing costs. He closed on that deal without paying $90,000, actually getting a $90,000 or $20,000 lender credit. Sold his house with the realtors. They're stoked. They're super happy because we made it happen. Clients are stoked. They go move in, sell the old house, take the new house, come back to us for a refi. So I'm getting a $2.5 million loan, and then I'm getting a $1 million refi. So that's the product. The second part is we start to have some programs that are helpful. We all have fly homes as in our arsenal. Who's here heard of fly homes? Okay, I used to work for Fly Homes, actually. They have one product in particular. All these buy before you sell programs start with a guaranteed backup contract. That's what allows the new underwriter to negate the old departing resident's mortgage. If you use HomeLight or Knock or Open Door, other programs, they're going to charge 2 to 2.4% of the sale price of the departing residence. You can buy the guaranteed backup contract for $2,500 to $5,000 standalone. So you can just get that contract, and that by itself solves the DTI problem. Most of our clients who are buying their next home have a way to scrounge up 5% to put on their down on their next. It's the DTI problem that's causing an issue. So you can use that to then help them buy before they sell. They buy, they're super stoked, you solve the problem for them, and then they come back for another refi or a recast. You say recast or refi. And most of the time with LTV going down, you get a refi. And then lastly, you do have HomeLight, these other programs that you can use if they need to extract equity out of the old house and get rid of the departing residence mortgage. So call your title rep, call your agent, and pull a list of or real estate agents that you like. They can go on the MLS and find every single deal in your county that's contingent right now. And you can pull the realtor's name and their phone number and call that listing agent and say, hey, would you rather have this been a non-contingent deal? And start that conversation.
Wow, what a nugget.
That's
to
a
lose.
Would you use your commission on the first deal though?
Not after 6 months.
Oh, so
How often are people moving into a new house? They're taking their time, they move in, they get their other one sold. Most of the time you end up, if they're going quickly, at the 3 to 4 month mark. And you have a very frank conversation with them. Hey, we can recast or refinance this loan. You can certainly take all your proceeds and pay down the loan, but I'm asking you to wait till 181 days, and I'll make sure to take care of you on the refi. And almost every, when I tell them that, I tell them straight up, I'm gonna lose my commission on the first deal if you refinance or replace this loan in the first 181 days. So work with me to make this happen.
Good. You want to jump in, Diane?
That was just, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. What a great nugget. I wanted to just add to when somebody asks, like, what do you do? I think Barry Habib said it. I think it was Barry Habib. He said his introduction was, I help people build wealth through real estate financing, something along those lines. You know, and so that's kind of like a, what does that mean? You know, like, it just helps start a conversation a little bit. I thought that was a clever response versus, I mean, what does everyone say currently? I'm an originator, I'm a mortgage broker, I'm in real estate, something like that. I think it's got to be something. Some people may get that, some people may not. It certainly doesn't provoke a conversation. Like, oh, that's nice. And I remember Jody Ryder, she was on a panel once, and she said anytime she's anywhere, like at the grocery store or whatever she's checking out, somebody says, how you doing? She goes, it's crazy right now. And they go, what do you, crazy at work right now? She goes, what do you mean? With interest rates. And then suddenly it's like, oh, you know, so it's a way to get a conversation going, you know, and that is important. In order to have those 10 mortgage conversations every day, it's gotta be more than just a mortgage broker, you know. We got a couple minutes.
If that's okay, I'm gonna rapid fire.
Diane,
Sorry. This may work for you, may not. I'm just going to rapid fire through. I think if you can figure out why someone's better off using you over someone else and truly believe it, then think about, who is my avatar? Who do I want to work with? What kind of loans do I want to do? Right? Do you want to do DPAs? Do you want to do renos? Do you want to do buy before you sell? And yeah, you can do it all, but like begets like. So if you don't like a certain loan, you sound exclusive to realtors. I'm sorry, I don't offer that program. Here's what we do really well, though. If you need it, you can always just say, you know, I don't typically do this, but I'm willing to make a one-time exception for you. When really you're just having a slow month, but now you're not committed to it.
Right.
And then the reality is most people can keep 2 names top of mind per category. Name a soda company, say Coke. Name another one, Pepsi. Name a third.
A&W.
Who owns A&W? Who owns Fanta?
Coke and Pepsi.
No one's like, RC Cola. It doesn't come top of mind. Plumbers, electricians, people keep 2 names. What are you doing to teach people who you are and what you do? What are you talking about? What's your social media look like? You want to teach people your name so that every time they think of mortgage, hear someone mention it, they're like, oh, you know who does mortgages?
Right.
They know realtors. There's not many of us. Lenders, they go bank. 2 minutes. There's more of it.
And I have a suggestion on what he said. If you don't know what you're good at, use ChatGPT, use an AI. Turn it on voice mode. I do this a lot after I went to a seminar, and I'll talk to it like, this is what I'm doing, I'm not sure about this. I'll just talk into the thing. And then it learns you. And if I need, hey, what's my value proposition? I need a value proposition for this. It spits out this amazing thing. I'm like, wow, damn, all right. You know? I mean, even my workflow, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. Know this before, give me a time frame, and it spit it out for me. So talking to it, and it will tell you, it'll basically spit back out why someone should work with you.
That's a great use of AI. Real quick, there was a flyer that was handed out today that said playbook. Does anyone have that by chance? It was like an 8.5 by 11. Go with them? No, maybe.
Here it is.
I just wanted to call that out real quick because I do think, yeah, it looks like this. Thank you. It looks like this. It's just a very nice, clear checklist if you're just trying to figure out, like, what do I need to be doing? One of the first things on there is setting activity goals. How many calls a day? All the standard stuff we know. How many appointments, how many referrals, stuff like that. Setting activity goals. But the second thing is forming an accountability group. Like, find 3 people in this room and meet once a week. How are you doing? What are you doing? What are you struggling with? Whatever. And then, if between the 3 of you can't resolve the issue or whatever it is, come to the C2 Wednesday Power Up call at 10 a.m. And we've got a ton of people on there that can help troubleshoot, structure loans, where to place loans, whatever it is. So I just want to make sure everybody has that. Do you want to say something, Diane?
Oh, I just wanted to say, think about if you're going to talk with real estate agents, what are you giving them, or what are you offering? And you know, for me, you know, 2022, 2023 were different years. And I had to kind of, in my own mind, and I do this every few years, I don't even think about it, but I'm always reinventing myself with something different, something new. You get these ideas from either, you know, going to a marriage retreat, or you go with, you know, to UWM, or you're going to PennyMac, or you're going somewhere, and you get these ideas of what you can do. Even C2 Connect, what we can do to provide to our real estate agents, and that's where I came up with that event. But I did go to anybody go to the Mortgage Marketing Animals goal setting, the 1-page goal setting meeting that he had a couple weeks ago? I printed out the sheets that he had. It's a really simple goal setting, and what was just great is you just kind of keep it, and he was talking about how we don't look at our goals often enough, but if you keep that one sheet in your notebook or something and look at it at least once a week, it just keeps things fresh. And I have the sheets here printed out. Brian asked that I print them out for everybody if anybody wants them. And then I also have it where I changed it for real estate agents, and I just put on a class about it.
For 100 realtors.
Well, I didn't do that for 100 realtors,
Yeah, okay.
but I did it for about 30. And then I've also just different agents I'm talking to, I'm asking them what their goals are. You know, it's interesting, Danny asked everybody what our goals were. There's nothing wrong with asking your agents that.
Right.
And it opens up a conversation. What are their goals? What do they want to achieve? And then ask them to get real specific about that. How do you expect to do that? What do you need to get there?
Yeah.
And so I found that to be really helpful.
That's awesome. I think we're gonna have to end there. The one note I get to add is, actually 2 notes, is I heard a great idea of putting your sales, not just activity, but production goals as your screensaver. And so whenever you come to your computer, that's like your wallpaper screensaver background. And it's like, did I do my 10 calls today? Did I have the 10 mortgage conversations? Whatever it is. You cannot, everyone's in front of their, or your phone for that matter. The other thing I wanted to give a huge shout out to Diane and some encouragement. Diane is the originator princess warrior. Diane just went through some medical cancer stuff, and some breast cancer, and man, she was a trooper through that. And we sent food and love and everything else. And I just want to say, go Diane. She's doing great. She's doing great. And guess what? She closed 15 loans during that time.
So just really quickly, I was doing my luncheon event that I have been doing every year for the last 3 years. And a few days before my event, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So my event was on Wednesday. On Monday, I get diagnosed. I'm going in for a PT scan. I'm going in for an MRI. I'm going in for a CT scan. All of these things right before my event. But I think having my event so soon after my diagnosis kept me really positive. And so I went in and I did my event, and it was probably one of the best ones I've done, and it was just really exciting. And maybe I just felt more grateful for it. But after my event, You know, I didn't get a chance to follow up as much that I would have liked to, but I was so busy from that event that, you know, it was boom, boom, boom. Then I went in for my mastectomy, and my daughter got laid off from Disney 2 weeks before my surgery, so she was able to help me going through all of this. And it was amazing how all of it kind of came together, and again, C2, so great support for me, and anyways, it's been great. So, all's good.
Thank you.